over the next month to 2 months. That made a whole big difference in the Middle East. It made it possible to do the deal.
Did you talk with them about how the new security arrangement between the U.S. and Qatar will
I
work?
talked to them about it. We actually covered a lot of territory. It's working very well. It's all smooth. The U.S. doesn't have to get much involved. They're able to take care of their very substantial nations. And, we have Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar. You have the three, and then you have many behind them, and even with them.
When will the stabilization?
If you look, Turkey's involved. Indonesia's involved. Jordan, Egypt. It's an amazing group of, and many more, many others aside that are a little further away or not as close to the situation. Everybody's on board. It's pretty amazing.
When will
They
this-
express confidence that the ceasefire in Gaza would hold.
I think it'll hold, yeah. Oh, it's
Do
going to
they
hold.
believe it will
Well, if it doesn't hold, if it does hold, that would be Hamas. And Hamas will be not hard to take care of. It will be very quickly.
Just cut
But
it
I hope it holds for Hamas too, because they gave us their word on something, and they said they took out gang members. Well, I hope that's right. But they gave us their word on something, so I think it's going to. And if it doesn't, then they'll have a very, very big problem.
When will the stabilization force be in place, or when do you need
Pretty
it in
soon,
place?
pretty quickly.
Weeks,
So far,
months?
it's just it's a period of time. I don't want to give you. We're doing it right now. They're actually picking leaders right now. You're going to have peace in the Middle East. This is real peace. It's never happened before. 3,000 years it's never happened. And great respect when he came to the airport, came onto the plane. That's never happened either. And he's a highly respected man. Okay, any other questions?
Let me ask you a
They
bit
would
more.
send peacekeeping troops into Gaza.
Yeah, they'll do it at the time they need them. And by the way, Israel will go in there very easily. You know that, right? So right there you have a country. But you have the Arab countries, or everybody, Muslim, Arab, Israeli, everybody's on board. It's been really an amazing thing. It's a great success.
Can I
And
ask you-
it's going to be a long-lasting, hopefully everlasting, but long-lasting.
What will Russia have to do for you to reschedule your meeting with Putin?
We have to know that we're going to make a deal. I'm not going to be wasting my time. I've always had a great relationship with Vladimir Putin, but this has been very disappointing. I thought this would have gone long before peace in the Middle East. We have Azerbaijan and Armenia. That was very tough. In fact, Putin told me on the phone, he said, boy, that was amazing, because everybody tried to get that done and they couldn't. I got it done. You had others that, if you look at India and Pakistan, I could say almost any one of the deals that I've already done, I thought would have been more difficult than Russia and Ukraine, but it didn't work out that way. There's a lot of hatred between the two. Between Zelensky and Putin, there's tremendous hatred.
Will you discuss purchases of Russian oil with Xi Jinping? Are you worried about the Chinese buying
I
Russian
may be
oil?
discussing it, but China's,
vocal with the
I don't know,
Indians.
you probably saw it today, China's cutting back very substantially on the purchase of Russia oil, and India's cutting back completely, and we've done sanctions. Thank you very
What
much,
did you talk
everybody.
about with the
By the way,
Japanese
very,
Prime Minister?
very respectful. I appreciate it.
Mr.
That was
President, can you talk about what you hope to walk away from with the meeting with President
China?
Xi? Yes. What are you hoping to walk away?
a complete deal. I want our farmers to be taken care of, and he wants things also. We're going to be talking about fentanyl, of course. Fentanyl is killing a lot of people. It comes from China, and we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about a lot of things. I think we have a really good chance of making a very comprehensive deal.
Have you seen this NBA gambling investigation?
terrible.
What do you think about it?
What do I think? I think it's very bad. I think it's terrible. Thank you.
How was your call with the Japanese Prime Minister?
Very good. She's great, beautiful. We're going to be seeing her very soon. She's very friendly. She was very friendly with Abe, as you know, Prime Minister Abe.
What did you guys talk about on the call?
Just look forward to seeing you. I'm going to see her a couple of days. But she was a very, very close ally and friend of Prime Minister Abe. And, he was one of my favorites. He was a great man. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Please welcome the Prime Minister of Malaysia, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, and the President of the United States of America.
And now, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have been waiting for. The door of Air Force One has opened and emerging now, President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. Stepping out from the aircraft cabin, the President pauses briefly at the doorway, acknowledging the ceremonial reception that awaits him below. The bright Malaysian sun reflects off the Air Force One, creating a striking image of power and diplomacy, a moment that will be remembered in both nations' history. And there it is, a historic moment captured live here at Complex Bunga Raya, Kuala Lumpur International Airport. A warm handshake just now between Prime Minister and President of the United States. And now both leaders, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim and President Donald Trump, walk side by side along the red carpet here at Complex Bunga Raya. It is a graceful moment of diplomacy, a gesture of friendship that speaks of mutual respect between ASEAN, Malaysia and the United States. Following the ceremonial honors, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is introducing President Donald Trump to members of the Malaysian cabinet and senior government officials gathered here at the Complex Bunga Raya. And this is indeed a rare and historic moment unfolding live here at Complex Bunga Raya. For the very first time, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim and President Donald Trump stand together, two leaders from two nations meeting face to face on Malaysian soil. It is a scene filled with significance, the convergence of leadership, experience and vision. And for Malaysia and ASEAN, this meeting represents continuity and confidence in global diplomacy. For the United States, it reaffirms the strength of friendship and cooperation with a steadfast partner in Southeast Asia. And the exchange between the two leaders is warm, courteous and genuine. You can see the mutual respect, a reflection of Malaysia's diplomatic grace and the American spirit of engagement. Moments like this, though brief, carry the weight of decades of partnerships and the promise of future collaboration. And what a wonderful sight we are witnessing right now at Complex Bunga Raya. In rare and light-hearted moment, President Donald Trump has joined the Malaysian dancers, moving to the cheerful rhythm of the ensemble, a spontaneous gesture of goodwill that instantly lights up the ceremony. ceremony continues. We can see Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and President Donald Trump engaging in a light and friendly conversation here on the tarmac of Complex Bunga Raya. And parked nearby is the presidential limousine, the familiar black state car known worldwide for its security and symbolism. And beside it, the Malaysian Prime Minister's vehicle, ready to lead the convoy. Both are surrounded by tight yet discreet coordination from the Royal Malaysia Police, the US Secret Service and the airport security personnel. Now both Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and President Donald Trump enter the vehicle, the motorcade doors closing gently behind them. In just a moment, the convoy will depart from Complex Bunga Raya, making its way toward Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, where the ceremony will continue.
Kindly be seated. In the name of God, the gracious, the most merciful, Your Majesty's Excellencies and Highnesses, peace be upon you and God's blessings. I welcome you all to Sharm el-Sheikh Peace Summit. At this historic milestone, where we all together have witnessed the reaching of Sharm el-Sheikh agreement on ending war in Gaza, and the birth of a glimpse of hope that such deal ends an agonizing chapter in the history of mankind and opens the door, ushering in a new era of peace and stability in the Middle East. The deal offers a better morrow to the conflict-fatigued and strained regional populations. And now we receive the valorous peace leaders that attained peace in the entire world. Allow me to invite His Excellency, the American President Donald Trump, to join the peace lovers leaders who advocate for peace in the world. And I would like to express our profound appreciation to Your Excellency at this critical circumstance reflected in your proposed plan for ending this tragic war, a war during which humanity incurred significant losses. I would like to thank our partners in United States, Turkey and Qatar for their dedicated efforts, and I reiterate our support and aspiration to the execution of this plan, creating the essential political horizon for the implementation of the two-state solution, for it is the only pathway to the fulfillment of the legitimate ambition of both Palestinian and Israeli peoples, turning over the conflict page and safely live. Excellency President, you have demonstrated that genuine leadership doesn't mean war waging, rather the ability to bring it to a halt. We trust your leadership that is capable to carry out the current deal and to execute your entire staged plan. Excellency President, let Gaza war be the last of wars in the Middle East. Majesties, Excellencies, and Highnesses, Egypt launched peace trajectory in the Middle East nearly half a century ago, specifically in November 1977. When the late President Anwar Sadat, may God shower him with his mercy, took unprecedented steady moves in the history of the region and initiated the historic visit to Jerusalem. Since that moment, Egypt has established a new era, granting posterities a chance for life, and proved that people's security is not only realized by military force. Today, Egypt along with its sisterly Arab and Islamic states, reiterate that peace remains our strategic option. Experience showed over the past decades that this option cannot be founded except through just and equal rights. Based on this, and if the whole regional populations have always been relishing the right to their independent nations, the Palestinian people is not an exception. They too have the right to self-determination and to aspire for a future where war doesn't loom over, own the right to enjoy freedom and to live in their independent state, a state that lives side by side with Israel in peace, security, and mutual recognition. Peace is not only crafted by governments, but also built by peoples when they realize that yesterday's rivals could be tomorrow's partners. I avail this opportunity to appeal to the Israeli people. I say, let us turn this historic moment into a new beginning of just and peaceful coexistence prevalent life. Allow us to look forward together to a better future for the sons of our nations. Together, stretch out our hands for our cooperation towards a just and durable peace for the entire regional populations. Excellency President Trump, let us pause at the scenes of overwhelming relief and happiness, whether down the streets in Gaza or in Israel alike, or in the entire world after reaching the war-ending agreement. Thanks to your wise initiative, it is another evidence to the people's option is peace. We value as well your interest in resuming life in Gaza. Egypt will work with the United States and in coordination with all partners during the forthcoming days to lay down the common grounds for proceeding towards the Strip reconstruction without delay. In this context, we are willing to host early recovery, reconstruction and development conference, which will be based on your plan for ending the war in Gaza, in order to provide livelihoods and to give hope to the Palestinians on their lands. Peace cannot be completed until hands are extended for rebuilding in the aftermath of devastation. Majesties, Excellencies, and Highnesses, we look ahead to a bright future to our region.